Hello, my name's Julian Garrity. I'm the creative director on The Crew. The Crew was announced at E3, and we're following that up with our presence at Gamescom. At E3, we announced that this was going to be a massive open world that features the whole of the USA. And the interesting thing about that is we're going to populate this with cars and other people around you driving as well. This is a fully online world, seamless between the single-player experience and the multiplayer experience. Now, because we've got the whole of the USA, you can drive on any single surface, which means that all of our cars can be driven anywhere you want, from streets to off-road to even circuit racing. And that's something that we wanted to push even further at Gamescom. So, I mean, with a country as big as the USA, the first question we usually get asked is, wait a minute, can you drive from San Francisco to New York? Can you drive across the country, coast to coast? And yes, you can do that with no loadings whatsoever. And in a fairly fast car, it'll take you about an hour and a half. That's on the roads, but if you're going off-road, you can expect 2 hours and a half of your time to be taken up. So the whole of the USA, our USA, is about 500 square kilometers. I wouldn't know what miles it is, but 500 square kilometers with 10,000 kilometers worth of roads. So it's a really big world, and a really big world to explore. In order to create variety there, we really created 11 different types of ecosystems. Ecosystems just means different kinds of vegetation, different kinds of terrain, different kinds of architecture. So you'll be driving along snow-capped mountains, across beaches, in bayous, in city streets. All of these things are possible. So that's the most varied driving experience that I can think of. We have a day-night cycle, of course, and we're really focusing on the magic hour, so the magic hour will last a little bit longer than full midday or at night, but the whole of the game, it changes very, very much. And Miami will feel and look very, very different in terms of weather, in terms of light, in terms of lighting than on New York, for example. We're not talking about the amount of vehicles that we have, but we can say that they're really split between three categories. European luxury, Lamborghini, for example. American classic and modern muscle cars. We featured the Camaro extensively, but you've got Mustangs, you've got other kinds of cars, and Japanese tuner cars. So Nissan is featured quite heavily too. So customization for us is extremely important, because to get the most out of our USA playground, we've really constructed each car as a 19-piece puzzle. Each of those pieces, whether it's the body or the internal performance parts, from the engine to the gearbox to the exhaust, you can customize and upgrade. Of course, the aesthetics, but performance is the most important and the most interesting to me, and that really ties in with the RPG nature of the game too. So one of the most interesting features about The Crew was the seamless online aspect, and that aspect is something that we're going to be hearing more and more about. Destiny, Titanfall, these games are seamless online. For us, what it means is, whether you're playing by yourself, cooperatively, or competitively, you'll be playing in a world that's alive around you. You could be driving down Fifth Avenue in New York, and the cars around you, they could be other players or they could be AI. And that's exactly the same in the actual missions, the races, the takedowns. The people playing with you, they could be other players, or of course we've got AI. I'm getting to that age where I like playing by myself, but within a world that's alive. And this game really caters to that, with a story mode that will take you from Detroit to New York to Miami to Las Vegas, and then finishing up in Los Angeles. So the crew aspect, of course, refers to the multiplayer concept of the game. Creating crews is really at the heart of our system, and we have a whole social UI. It's a friends list, and everybody you'll be crossing in the streets pops up on that friends list. You want to create a friend, make them join your crew, or even challenge them? That's possible at a press of a button. All of those friends will be stored, and when you log in, it's up to you to choose which of the players in your friends list can join your crew. And of course, we'll have crew versus crew challenges, PvP, but we'll talk about those things a little bit later on. So, I've been working on this game for a long time, but I still get excited at the fact that we can create races purely off-road. You don't need asphalt, you don't need a dirt track, you just need a field, a beach, a snow-capped mountain, set some checkpoints, and start off a race. And that's fun when it's a 2-minute race, but it's even more fun for me when it's an endurance race that takes maybe 40 minutes, where the checkpoints are distanced maybe 5-6 miles apart, and it's up to you to creatively find your path to the next point as fast as possible.